Welcome back to the show. We're live up in Beaver Creek for Beaver Creek's Culinary Weekend, and one of the most wonderful restaurants in Beaver Creek, and they're heavily involved with Culinary Weekend, is Splendido in the Chateau, just kind of on the, I'd say it's on the west side of the village. And I've got Patrick Mildrum right now, and you are the restaurant manager?
Yeah, restaurant manager at Splendido at the Chateau.
You look like you're going snowboarding.
I'm going to go do a couple runs after this before our lunch that we have. We have a wine pairing lunch coming up with Sterling Wines and Chef Suzanne from Jar Restaurant in LA. So a lot of work going on. We're right in the heart of the Beaver Creek Culinary Weekend.
It's got to be neat having, I mean, your chefs are amazing within the restaurant. When you bring in these guest chefs from away, it must be neat to kind of see the dynamics and the communication and what goes on with a couple great chefs in the same kitchen.
Absolutely. I mean, the caliber chef that Beaver Creek brings in for these kind of events, we have 2 of them a year, the summer and the winter, and every year we get to meet new chefs from all over the country, actually all over the world. So it's a really, really great event.
So let's talk about Splendido a bit. Tell us about the restaurant.
It's a beautiful restaurant located in the Chateau. We are not just for dinner. We have beautiful rooms for buyouts. You could do a corporate buyout. You could have your wedding reception. You know, it's the new year, so we have, everyone has a birthday or anniversary coming up, so you could do a birthday, anniversary dinner, anything you want to do, we could accommodate that kind of special event for you.
And then obviously weddings in the summertime, or if people want to get married in the winter, you can accommodate bigger groups also.
Yeah, we could do 10 to 250. We have a patio that really pops off in the summer, so something to think about for any upcoming events you might have.
So back to Culinary Weekend. The big event today at the restaurant itself is the wine pairing lunch.
Yeah.
With guest chefs and guest wineries that are going to be there.
Yes, sir.
And then you have the big culmination of Culinary Weekend tonight, which is the grand tasting.
Yes, sir. The grand tasting. Chef Brian Ackerman has a couple tricks up his sleeve. His assistant, Chef Sebastian's actually going to be running it. I'm not going to give away the dish that he'll be serving, but I tried it last night, and it is delish.
You know what it is?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to tell anybody?
I think it'll be a surprise. I think you should get your tickets today.
I love that. So let's go back to Splendido again. We're just jumping around a little bit.
Yeah.
What kind of food, what's your inspiration? What is your chef's inspiration behind the meals that they serve and the wonderful things that you have to offer?
Well, anything from like nature, you know, he's got his desserts, the moon and the mountain. Those are both like nature inspired. It's a white chocolate panna cotta is the moon, or the milk chocolate mountains. And then we'd use things from all over the world, but we try to keep it local and fresh with little ingredients that we can get here in the Vail Valley.
And then aside from those, you have something you told me about before, was it a salmon folded over salmon?
Yeah, well, it's a Norwegian salmon, and Chef Brian is a master butcher. He actually takes the side of salmon and folds it over itself to create this beautiful salmon steak, and that's topped with this horseradish crust. Really something to check out. We're not just for meat all the time.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's important for people to understand that because we do live in the mountains.
Yeah.
So there's a misconception about the seafood that we have available to us, but restaurants like Splendido have fresh fish brought in daily.
Yeah, fresh fish daily. You know, I always think of it as the boat goes out and it's spending a week out there, and people always think, oh, you can't get fresh fish here in the Vail Valley, but you got to think about what about that fish that got caught on the first day of the trip, and what's another 12 hours on a plane to get to your plate?
That's actually a good point, really, because the boat doesn't just go out for one day and come back.
No, it's out
Those
there
fish
for a
boats are out there for a while.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Would you recommend reservations this time of year? What would be the best way to go about that?
Reservations this time of year, you know, tonight we're pretty much sold out, but coming up we have Valentine's weekend, President's weekend, all these big busy weekends where we are going to need a reservation to fit you in. So give us a call anytime, 970-845-8808, and the reservation would be extension 1.
And then also lunch reservations or no?
No lunch at Splendido.
Oh, no lunch at all?
Unless it was a special event, then we would make that happen.
That's the ticket right there. So they can do it if it's a special event. There you go. Patrick, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Go up on the hill, be safe, and come back and get ready for that wine pairing lunch. I love the sound of that.
It's gonna be wonderful. Stop by. We might have a little wine left over if you wanna taste
some
something.
food, maybe some food too.
Yeah, maybe.
SplendidoRestaurant.com. We've got Ashley with First Chair coming up after the break.